Every time we lose somebody, it hurts.
With rising tides, some of the men decided to build a permanent home in the woods.
They want a kumbaya hippie community with me in the middle of it, and that is not what I want.
After the crab feast,
Shell's fine to eat, right?
Yeah.
shells wreak havoc on Trey.
Something might be wrong with Trey.
My days on this island are numbered.
Tonight,
All right, man, I'm starting to get a little dizzy.
Trey's struggle continues. As some in the group thrive on the island,
Lock it up.
There's a group on here, they're really self-indulgent, spoiled jerks.
the divide among camps threatens the men coming together.
You say you're a straight shooter, you're not, though. Enough conflict arises, and you got yourself a Lord of the Flies situation. I don't like where his head's at.
All right, Jim? Yeah.
Jim is the victim of a dangerous accident.
Can you open it up? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Holy crap.
Due to our aggressive crab diet lately, my bowel movement was riddled with crab shells. Like, this is easily the worst pain I've ever felt in my entire life. If childbirth is even a fraction of what I've felt, I owe all the credit in the world to women. No more coconut or crab for the next couple of days, but I'm glad I didn't call it quits, because I wouldn't want to go out that way. I want to go out on my own terms, you know? So I had a good discussion last night with Graham, you know, an honest discussion between friends. We talked about the potential for me leaving, and I wanted to clarify that I came to this island, unlike a lot of you guys, for someone else, you know, for my boyfriend, and trying to you know, learn things about myself that were going to make me better for him once I got back home.
I thought it was really cool how Trey came out to the group this morning. You know, it shows just strength in Trey to, you know, put his trust in us, and also shows his confidence in us. And, you know, I think we got a good crew, and he felt comfortable sharing, you know, it's not a big secret back home, but it's, you know, it's something big to, you know, share to a group of strangers.
I think that's one of my biggest character flaws, is that it's really hard for me to open up and share with other people and kind of let them in on that. You know, I respect your reasons for being here, and I hope that you kind of respect mine the same way.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Very good to hear.
Thanks, Trey.
Hearing Trey say that he's gay, you know, seeing his emotions and stuff with it has been so different to me. You know, I'm from Idaho. I don't know that many gay people, so Trey has changed my whole opinion on gays, and probably will for the rest of my life.
Oh, roofing material.
Right now, Graham's problem is that he's got mad ants over there, so trying to figure out how we can clean this place up a bit.
Yeah, so this is ash from the fire, and ants, for some reason, don't like crossing ash, so I'm gonna spread this everywhere I can. So that's the plan right now.
Oh, look at this guy sweeping up camp. What a nice guy.
We're transitioning from a group of castaways to an actual community. It's not without growing pains, but it's pretty awesome to get the camp in the woods going pretty good. There's been a little bit of tension over the rock camp and the forest camp. Jim and Dakota, for them, this experience has been just above surviving. But for me and a lot of the folks that are putting a lot of effort in, this is our island, and if we don't make it awesome, then we're just gonna suffer. So we're at this apex where we made it through survival, and now it's gonna be how exactly we're gonna thrive.
This is kind of like my dream home, I guess you could call it. I'm trying to build a second story, build 3 walls, and then hopefully at one point, like a pulley system will pull open the front window. And then down here can be a bed if they feel safe. We got Judd over here with his bed. Let me just start moving people in. I want something that basically is like, I'm not leaving because this is too good to be true.
I'll still stay over in this camp over here. It's dwindling down now. I have Me and Dakota staying down here in Rock Camp.
Everybody's more interested in going over there and building their shelters, making them look like the Taj Mahal rather than worrying about if they're going to survive.
I don't know how much is in here, so...
Nobody seems concerned that we're almost out of water today. Although the water source is closer, they still don't realize if we run out, it's still 5 hours to get another batch of water. Everybody's drinking like it's no tomorrow this morning. There's no water here in camp.
When you've got conflicting philosophies in extreme environments, it can separate a group. And my view is that the real enemy in a survival situation is disunity. Because once that sets in, a cohesive team quickly turns into a pack of angry individuals.
Listen, I want to say this because I watch people drink water because I cook it. There are people coming over here and they're drinking 3 and 4 glasses at a time. I'm not going to point them out. You know who you are?
I don't think there's any reason not to just point out who
I'm not going to. They know who they are.
They don't.
Sure they do. If they don't, they're not telling the truth.
All right.
There's definitely some tension in the air right now. Part of it's due to division of labor. Part of it's due to the division of the camps. I really don't want to be involved with it. I'm not here to cause problems. I'm just here to learn.
When we first got here and we had water, everybody shared and everybody made sure, say, you take a sip, 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 you know. Then all of a sudden it was like carte blanche. There's water here, let's just drink it.
This is not a communist society we're in right now. Like, there's no centralized authority that is making sure everybody has an equal share.
There's a group on here, they're really self-indulgent, spoiled jerks. And they will always be self-indulgent, spoiled jerks. And I will not change that. I learned a long time ago, if you can't change anybody, ignore them.
The sharing comes to the work, too, because it takes energy to do that.
Right.
So the work needs to be shared.
I mean, if we're not building shelters, but are we lazy for not doing that? I just don't want you guys to be like, oh, you're lazy because you're not building a shelter or something, you know? You know, some people are building shelters right now and stuff, that's cool. I mean, burning a lot of energy doing it. I'm trying to be smart, and I just want to make it to the end. I don't want to consume all my energy doing something that I feel is pointless. Like, anything can happen out here, and we've seen that.
Up next, a careless mistake puts Jim in imminent danger.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crap.
And sleep deprivation sends Rob spiraling.
Go to bed, Rob.
Insomnia can be serious. He could go cuckoo.
I'm starting to see things. Beautiful moon, huh? Beautiful, beautiful moon. They don't have a bed. So I've been having problems sleeping, but everyone's asleep as usual. Only the insomniac comes out to play at night. I think the sleep deprivation is starting me to start, like I'm starting to see things sometimes. Like I thought I just saw a runner on the beach. I think I've been all over the place because of sleep deprivation. I can get edgy. I don't know, but I miss my family. But I miss you guys so much. It's very painful to be away from you guys this long. And I think that's maybe a reason why I'm on edge. There's a part of me that just wants to be home with you guys. At the same time, I think you would want me to try to experience and get the most out of this thing I'm doing. I think you would want that from me, and I'm trying to do that.
Go to bed, Rob. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Go to bed?
You're wandering around.
I'm cold. Is there a fire?
There's a fire over there if you want.
The nights get kind of crazy out here. As soon as the sun goes down, the jungle kind of erupts and there's always noises. And you've got Rob walking around mumbling them to himself, and gets a little creepy out here from time to time.
We'll build you a little bed. We'll get you off the dirt, man. That'll keep you safe for sure, bro. Okay?
Good.
Just hit the hay, man. Hit the hay.
Sleep is essential to our physical and mental health, and therefore it's essential to survival. And what sleep does is allow your bodies to heal, your mind to process information, but a lack of sleep can seriously impair your judgment. And that, in my experience, is when accidents happen.
So how do you think this is going to go down? I mean, eventually get to the point where everyone just lives here and Jim lives in his hut.
His hermit hut? He's not like about improving and living well. He's like, I'm just gonna do the minimum amount of effort to survive. And he is a survivor. He's a clever human. This is all a game to him.
No, I know that. That's what worries me.
Jimmy is starting to get a little quieter the past couple days. You can tell something's on his mind. How we doing?
I'm starting to see the selfishness come in some people in the camp. And that's disappointing to me, but I was expected.
But being selfish how, I guess, is a good...
Well, you know, when the water's there and it's to go around for a whole day and people sit there and drink 3 or 4 glasses at one time, that's selfish. I'm a great observer. That was my job.
A lot of people don't understand how dark it is in police work. All the stresses that you go through, the crime you see, the victims, and it's a really tough job. Psychological problems later in life that officers suffer from come from that. I tell people that enter police work, get ready because it's not going to be what you expect. It's going to be 95% boredom and 5% sheer terror. I've been retired almost 8 years, but the darkness comes sometimes. And I think about it, and sometimes it just is an overwhelming pressure. But you know, life goes on, and life can be mean sometimes. And if anybody knows that better than anybody, it should be me.
You know, I don't like people that take advantage of people.
If you see me being selfish or anything, tell me, man. I don't take offense to it, and I'm very good about learning.
I say this, at your age, if you don't know you're being selfish,
yeah,
you got to reassess yourself.
Okay, good, because I'm not being selfish.
Oh. I don't think I'll come back here for a while.
You don't think so?
No. I've seen what I wanted to see.
Right, Jim? Yeah, it's pretty well done anyway.
Can you open it up so I can see the steam?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God. Holy Holy crap.
Up next,
It was like, oof. Let's have Buck look at him.
Buck assesses the severity of Jim's burn.
Can't really heal a 3rd-degree burn here on the island.
And a grueling trek around the island re-aggravates Trey's condition.
I don't feel very good.
Oh. You all right? Can you open it up so I can see the steam?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God. Holy Holy crap. You all right?
That's called it.
What's going on? We took the water off, and oh, did it burn his face? We opened it. He opened it, and it shot out, and it sprayed him in the face, like direct shot.
Let's have Buck look at him just in case, you know?
I'll go over there right now. I'm gonna head over there. So if I see him, I'll tell him to come check him out.
Yeah, if you could just ask the doc to come back, Dakota, awesome.
Yeah, I'll come over. It was like a firework going off. It exploded. It was like, poof, like it just sprayed so quick. Hey, Buck, Jim opened the water when he was boiling it, and it shot out at his face.
Hopefully he's okay. He could have, you know, 1st-degree to 3rd-degree burns on his face, which is bad news. Can't really heal a 3rd-degree burn here on the island, so. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Buck.
Hey, where'd you get it?
All over the face.
Just from here, up, down?
From here down, about here.
Okay.
Like it's on fire.
Really?
Numb.
There are many rules in a survival manual, but no matter how good you are at hunting for food or making fire, if you get injured, you're no good to anyone. So the #1 rule of survival, don't get hurt.
Well, I mean, it just looks like a sunburn right now, which is the 1st degree, you know?
Any residual effect after it goes away?
Not with a 1st degree, it's just like a sunburn. I think Jim's gonna be okay. It looks like he just has a 1st-degree burn. It's gonna sting pretty good for a while, but we can treat it like a sunburn. and that's just staying out of the sun, getting some pain medication. He'll be okay. Just kind of hanging out and resting.
Had the pressure on it because it wasn't full, you know.
Yeah.
If it had been full, it wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I was boiling water for the group this morning, as I usually do. And when I cracked it, it exploded, burning my face, my eyes, my eyelids, my lips. The pain's gone from pain to excruciating pain. But I'm pretty tough, you know, so it's just been kind of a down day after that for me, but we did get enough water for everybody for the day. That was most important.
We arrived 25th.
Today's the 10th, huh?
No.
Oh, no, it's not. It's the 11th?
No.
Wait.
Day 17 on the island.
Rob has not been sleeping, which is quite concerning to me because he really seems like he's manic.
Sleep deprivation is just bad for your body.
Of course it is. I'm not arguing against
No.
it.
You do exercise in the afternoon, though, right?
Morning, Rick,
Morning.
I told you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Are you able to nap at home?
Can't nap, Buck. Can't nap here, can't nap at home.
Yeah.
I don't nap.
I think everybody else is like, hey, he's really funny and stuff like that. But insomniac, you know, it's not really that fun. It can be serious.
It just seems since the sleep deprivation is...
Graham, you don't listen.
Okay.
You take the cold out of the problem when you put someone next to a fire and you're off the ground with the bed. You do the math, kid.
Sounds good, Rob.
Thank you.
If we can get his sleep hygiene working a little bit better, maybe he'll feel better and will be cuckoo. He won't go cuckoo. He's not cuckoo right now, but he could go cuckoo.
Okay, what's the plan for the day?
We are heading off to the north side of the island. Gonna look for a little yucca.
We're carb hunting, baby.
Yep,
All
let's
right.
do it. I don't know whether it's purely physical or if it's related to my mental state today, but I'm higher energy than I've been in a long time here on the island. Honestly, I attribute a lot of the energy to my conversation / opening up to the group. My experience here isn't really done, you know? I have a lot more to do.
All right, let's look for some yucca. This is yucca country, right?
We think.
Just keep our eyes open for yuck.
Yucca is a root vegetable indigenous to the island, and it's high in carbohydrates. But when you're expending energy hunting for food, you need to get a return on that investment. If you don't, you're going to end up in an even more desperate position than when you started.
Oh, I think this might be uprooted, yeah.
Why are they all uprooted? Sucks, man.
Oh, baby.
You found it?
Let me see. Oh, no, that's uprooted too. Ah, right in my face. Sweating our asses off in the jungle. Every time we find some yucca, the plant's already torn up, animals already got to it.
Everything's uprooted. Let's blow this water stand.
Did it get cooler or just like 30 degrees hotter?
It's one of the two. Something's different, man.
I hear the beach, I hear the ocean.
Come on around, man.
Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Boy, I'm tired. Ay.
All right, man, I'm starting to get a little dizzy.
You all right?
I don't feel very good. I feel a little nauseous, too. Feeling very dizzy. Sun is taking it out of me. I'm definitely not eating enough, and I think it's showing. I'm consistently lightheaded and dizzy.
Is it kind of the same you were feeling before, or is it different at all?
It's a little worse.
A little worse?
Yeah.
All right, cave break then. Oh, super slippery, you know. You good right there?
I'm starting to get real dizzy, dude.
Feeling bad right now?
Yeah.
Maybe even lie down right here?
I don't feel very good. I feel nauseous.
Up next, can Matt nurse Trey back to health before it's too late?
I got my cold shirt on his chest.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly what's the best.
Tension between Jim and the cameraman ramps up.
The worst thing that any of us could do is isolate Jimmy.
Do you think we're isolating him, or is he isolating himself? There was clearly something on your mind.
I'm not going to let any snot-nosed somebody push me around.
Feeling very dizzy. I don't feel very good. I feel nauseous.
All right, put this right over your chest.
Okay.
Let's get that in your armpits.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Matt.
You got it, bro. I'm gonna get my hand wet. Be right back. Trey's hurting. He's starting to get dizzy. We got him in this little cave right now. Cooling off, he's in the shade. I got my cold shirt on his chest and his armpits. Just try to hit up all the hot spots, just bring his core temperature down. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly what's the best, but I think that's the best way to get his core temp down, so we're gonna do what we can right now. All right, brother, come around. Put that under your neck, lift your head up a little bit.
Thanks, Matt.
Temperatures can reach in excess of 110 degrees during the day, and when you combine malnutrition with overexertion, the men's internal thermoregulators will slow, and that will lead to heat exhaustion.
How you feeling, bud?
I feel my temperature coming down. I'm feeling a lot better.
Nice.
Let's
I'm getting there.
start trying to get back up.
Nice and
Make our
slowly.
way back. Yeah.
All right, I'll take my shirt. And we'll just go slowly back. All right, give me your hand. Watch your head on these rocks.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh. I'm not great in extreme temperatures, but unfortunately, our expedition was also extremely hot. When you're trekking as far as we trekked, it really starts to weigh on you.
Nice and slowly.
Matt has become a pretty solid rock for me here.
You want to go for meat or juice?
Probably both.
Let's start with this.
He was a huge help. If he hadn't been there, who knows how long it would have taken me to recover. So I really appreciate Matt for doing that for me. Thanks, dude. So sick of coconut, but I know I need it. It's really hard for me to ask for other people's help or to really even accept help from other people and admit that I'm hurting. Want to head up there?
Yeah, we got a long trek home.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it, bro.
It humbled me a lot. It's something that I'm gonna take back home with me in all of my relationships, romantic, work, and otherwise.
No yucca. Every yucca was just torn up out of the ground.
This island is stingy. It's a stingy little bee.
Let's start building this bed, Rob.
Thanks, Benji.
You ready?
Yeah.
Cool, man. It's been like days that we've been talking about this and haven't done it.
Yeah.
Rob has been kind of roaming around the entire island and doesn't have a place to sleep. And I love him. So, you know, what better way to bring him in and help him build a bed today? Let's twist this around. I'm gonna go this way, you come my way.
Okay. I'm the group insomniac, sleeping on the sand, getting scared of crabs, in and out, in and out. Benji caught that, and he invited me to his Swiss Family Robinson house. It's amazing. You got to get me off the ground. This is not like cool anymore.
No, it's great that you found all this rope.
Yep. Dude, I need a fist pump. Thanks, man. Seriously, dude. Thanks a lot, bro. Oh, it means a lot, man.
Of course. Bedtime.
Bedtime.
You're not gonna wake up on the floor if I have anything to do with it. Give it a try.
Oh my God. Oh. Yes. I can't tell you how thankful I am, Benji.
Good, man.
This cat, I'm gonna go on an excursion and get this cat 3 green baby coconut waters at the minimum. You just don't let someone do something for you and then not return the favor in kind. Woo! I'm alive! I'm alive!
Hey, young stud, bright and early, come on. Up and at 'em.
Morning, Jimmy.
Hey, Dakota.
I think the reason why I've decided to stay at camp with Jim is because I get along with him. You know, it kind of reminds me of my grandpa. No offense, Jim. You're stronger than I'll ever be.
How'd you sleep?
I sleep right by the fire, and I sleep perfectly fine. I sleep better than a lot of the people that build all these shelters that took them 5-6 days to build. You know, there's certain people here, I think that they do things to make themselves look cool, so they can be on TV and look like big shots. I guess I'm just missing the point maybe of why I'm out here, because I could have sworn I'm just out here to survive, not freaking try to build mansions and do all of these fancy things, you know?
All right, Rob, so what's going on here?
Well, as you know, Benji, we're all at our main base camp, the forest camp. Back at the beach camp, we have Jimmy and Dakota. My feeling on this is the worst thing that any of us could do is isolate Jimmy.
Do you think we're isolating him, or is he isolating himself?
Well, you'd have to ask Jimmy.
I'm sure people are probably wondering why I stay at rock camp. Well, let me just get everything straight. I love rock camp, okay? I love living on the beach. I don't want to live in the woods, and I keep telling everybody that. The cameramen, they do aggravate me. You know, I've sectioned those people out, and I'll deal as little as I can with them while I'm here for the rest of the time.
Dakota is the youngest member of the group, and he's there with them. I think I've felt a little switch in him, too. He doesn't seem as accessible as he was a few days earlier. You know, I want Jimmy to be happy. Does he seem unhappy to you?
Yeah, he does.
For him, does he seem
but I haven't
unhappy
been able
to
to
you?
talk to him for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
So you're concerned?
I absolutely am concerned.
Yeah.
Anytime anyone shuts down in a group of people and stops reaching out, that has never in the history of mankind been a successful strategy.
Yeah.
And especially here, that kind of strategy is going to be a massive failure. And it's going to be a failure sooner rather than later.
The men have dealt with the basics of survival now. Water, food, fire, shelter. But if they're going to make it for the long haul, they've also got to truly come together. And just one lone descent amongst them can actually tear a group apart. And to survive, it simply can't be us versus them.
Hey, would you guys put your audios on? What do you mean you want to talk on camera?
Feel like talking on camera?
Could you give me a good reason? I mean, you're just still not straight shooting me. And you say you're a straight shooter. You're not, though. You're beating around the bush.
Your opinion is that I'm not, but I am.
Well, when I asked you if you were okay earlier, and you said, yeah, I'm okay, there was clearly something on your mind.
I'm fine in the end. Nothing on my mind. Matt trying to question me like he was an interrogator. It was like me punching a 4-year-old kid around. It was so ridiculous with him trying to box me into a corner. I mean, it was funny. I'm not going to let any snot-nosed somebody push me around, you know?
I want to know what's going on. And I'm not trying to attack, and sometimes I come off like I am, but I'm just trying to figure it out, because when I can sense when people are not happy about something. And Jim, I know you're going to tell me it's not true, but it's damn true. I know it. I just know it.
That's your opinion. Sometimes your opinions are wrong, Matt.
That is true. I think Jim's been agitated for a few reasons. He's just in a crazy environment where we're dehydrated, we're starving. That takes its toll on everybody. But a guy who's, literally twice my age, yeah, that's got to hit him hard. Jim's hurting, he's not going to show it. Jim just got his face like almost second-degree burn from boiling water, and he's not showing weakness. He's a tough guy. He's a tough cookie, for sure.
Trying to psychoanalyze me.
I'm not psycho. I'm just telling you, you ain't telling
your leagues with me, buddy.
Dude, let's go head to head right here. If I'm not telling you the truth or I'm not being honest, you can call me out. And I will.
I always tell you.
Okay.
And I'm always on.
So you're fine right now?
Absolutely fine.
There's nothing that's bothering you?
Couldn't be happy.
Okay. All right. Damn it. See, I still don't believe you. But...
I've been around the block 4 or 5 times. They haven't even started on the starting block yet.
Ah, whatever, man. If y'all want to stew and do your thing, do your thing.
So, if they want to play a little game, I like to play games too.
Up next, Trey's condition takes a turn for the worse.
It looks so good.
Feels so good.
If it gets out of hand, that requires abdominal operation, removal of the colon, and even sometimes a colostomy bag.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh.
Early morning, just after sunrise. So I guess last night I got best sleep I ever got on the island. I think I slept 5-6 hours. Not completely uninterrupted, but 6 hours. I've noticed that I hit my stride. Maybe I'll get into a plant-looking mission today, but we haven't had our group meeting, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Do you feel a little better or kind of the same?
A little bit better, but I feel super nauseous today. I just want to hang out in my boyfriend's basement and play Wii.
Did you think you were gonna miss him this much?
You know, I knew I was gonna miss him, but I didn't know how bad missing him would feel. I've definitely been a little quieter than I am back home, and I think part of that was that coming into it, I didn't know what my role was gonna be. You know, I was nervous about being the only gay guy, so.
Are you still nervous? Do you still feel the same way?
No. I mean, when I was telling someone that I was gonna do this, they were like, it's gonna be like adult summer camp, you know? Like, you're gonna make friends for life within 5 days, and I feel like that's what's happened, you know? Like, you guys have become my family out here. Very dysfunctional family with a lot of different personality types, but I feel very much a part of this group, and you know, I may be the gay guy out here, but I feel like I fit in just as well as anybody else. So
I think we're all pretty cool with it.
Cool, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Benzie, up for a fishnet? Not quite yet. I'm just getting to the point of, like, getting this almost up.
Fort Bangarang.
Fort Bangarang. Making some improvements to the house today. I've been talking about making a pulley system since I got here. It's like the most important thing for some reason to have the infamous pulley window pull up. Wake up in the morning, pull open the window, have it flap open. This may be the final knot, and I get to try it out for the first time.
All right. Oh, it's looking. It wants to.
Look at that.
It wants to.
Just a little tug. I don't know if
it
that
wants to open. It's trying out. It's moving, baby.
Come on up. Come on up.
Lock
yes!
it up. Lock it in.
Yes.
Nice.
Dude, that is awesome.
Nice.
We've got a pulley window open. I really don't show much excitement ever. But I can tell you, like, that right there was top 5 for me on, like, a bucket list of things. There we go. Fort Bangarang is open for business.
You want to go on the ground again?
Maybe back against this? Yeah?
No, all the way down.
Okay.
I'm starting to feel pretty bad all over again. I can barely stand up. I can't walk. I'm extremely dizzy.
Well, I'm looking at Trey here. He was like a pretty good worker up until a couple days ago, but he had a really tough time with his bowels. And at the same time, he was really drained of energy. It looks so good.
Feels so good. It's actually starting to get to a territory where I would consider it kind of scary.
Go lay down.
I'm really worried about the long-term damage that I'm doing to my body. I don't know, I'm really just starting to get to a helpless point.
Still having bad pain?
Yeah.
Down there?
Yeah, just right.
Is it crampy?
Yeah, real bad.
When you have any type of severe pain, you can feel shortness of breath and other type of symptoms. It's tough to sort it all out while we're here.
Oh my God.
Trey's over there, and he's not looking good right now. He's been groaning and moaning like really loud, so pretty much everyone right now is just kind of hoping and praying that, you know, we don't have to call the safety team and that he's gonna make it, you know, to the end, because we need him and he helps us out a lot, so.
survival of the fittest usually means the fastest and strongest prevail. But in the wild, no matter how great your resolve, sometimes your fate is simply taken out of your control. Up next, can Trey hold on, or will he be forced to leave the island?
Scary is really the only word that I can use to describe the feeling.
And concerns mount about Jim's influence over Dakota.
It's a small island. If you got a problem with someone, you're gonna see him every day.
When Jim goes into his dark thinking, Dakota just gets easily swayed.
I don't want to be the guy that comes to the island and can't hack it. I can like barely breathe.
Okay.
It's scary. Scary is really the only word that I can use to describe the feeling that I have right now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Ow. Oh.
Need some shoes for your head.
Ow. Oh my God. Oh.
Try to take nice, easy breaths if you can. It's that sharp abdominal breathing.
Every time I breathe in too sharp or too deep,
it's painful.
Yeah.
In your belly?
Yeah. Buck, what do you think? You know what I've been through.
I don't think you should torture yourself anymore. I think your pain is severe, that I'm concerned that something serious is going on, and I think you should get a diagnosis. I don't think you should sit here on the island and wait any longer. You look like you're in bad pain.
Yeah, man.
I see a lot of bad pain, and you're in bad pain. I wouldn't keep him here to try and treat it, because if it gets out of hand, then that requires an abdominal operation, removal of the colon, and even sometimes a colostomy bag. He's developed some pretty severe abdominal pain. I'm pretty concerned for him. So I think you guys should come on over.
It's like hurting my back.
I think he should be seen as soon as possible, get a diagnosis as soon as possible, so we avoid complications of that.
I hear a boat. I see a boat too.
His abdominal exam is getting worse. His heart rate's going up a little bit, getting much more severe than I feel comfortable.
Tell me about it, Trey.
Yeah, I just have extreme pain in my lower abdomen, like worse than the first day.
Okay then, Trey. I'm in agreement with Buck, and I think you need to come off the island at this point. Yeah.
When it gets to that kind of pain, it just doesn't make sense to be here.
Oh, man.
Love you, man. It's been great getting to know you.
Light hugs.
The amount of work he did every day and for the last week dealing with this bowel pain is, he didn't complain about it. He just dealt with it, and it got to a point that he couldn't take it anymore, and it wasn't smart for him to take it anymore. So I just, you know, each time somebody leaves, I feel just feels really bad.
Rob, thank you.
I hope they treat you well, Trey, in the hospital, and I'm sorry to see you leave. But you fought, and you fought hard.
Love you guys.
Take care, man.
This island and this experience has been the greatest gift that I think I've ever received in my life. I just look forward to applying all of the lessons that I've learned here and living my life better than I have been.
My boy, Trey.
The one thing that I want to take away from this island is to give love freely and not block love out when it's coming towards me. This is just a beginning for me, and finishing this experience happens at home for me.
This place is starting to really upset me, Buck.
That sucks.
What a bummer. God.
Losing another member of the team is never good for morale. And you combine existing rifts within a group, that can lead them into a whole world of trouble.
You gotta flip them on now?
Should flip them, yeah. Look at that crap cooked, huh? Oh, yeah. Turning nice and red.
That's looking sweet.
Hey, Jimbo. So Jim's not really coming around too much except for food and water now. He's got Dakota now as his little boy over there who They just follow each other around.
I guess I showed up at the right time, dinner time.
Yeah, showed up at a perfect time. They came to our crab dinner tonight and sat at the table and said, I guess I came at the right time. Ate a bunch of our crab and then got up and left. And didn't say thank you, didn't help clean up, nothing. It would be a big help to have an extra hand, and so far we're 9 people here and 2 people down because Dakota and Jim are hanging out over there. We'll get help from Dakota every once in a while, but it's few and far.
Jimmy, he's a really, I don't know. He's in a dark place now, I guess. I just think Jimmy's scared about his face, and that's where all this other stuff is coming from.
Scared how?
It started before the
Like
burn, though.
it's gonna get so bad that he'll have to leave the island, Graham. And I think that's his worst fear.
But it did start before that.
It did start before the
With the negativity?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't think he intentionally means the stuff he says.
Is he playing this like a game?
No, Maddie, I think you're,
man.
Maddie, he's scared, like you said. I think you're right, he's scared.
Scared of what?
It's a situation.
His own suffering, Graham. I think maybe he's suffering hard.
I'm scared of that too. This sucks.
Dakota and Jim, if they're angry or have negative energy and they're not trying to solve it, it's just gonna get worse.
It's a small island. If you got a problem with someone, you're gonna see them every day. It's gonna build negative energy. Enough conflict arises and you got yourself a Lord of the Flies situation.
I'm sorry to say that when Jim goes into his dark thinking, Dakota just gets easily swayed.
I know. I don't like where his head's at. Not one bit.
Thriving versus surviving became an issue that left Jim and Dakota isolated from the group, while Trey became another island casualty. With only 1 week left, can the men come together before their journey is over?